online classes. So we are dealing with the third chapter, transportation. In our earlier class we have seen about how the transportation takes place in the human being, that is in animals. Okay, so we have got a well developed system. So heart is the main organ, it pumps the blood, it carries the blood to different parts of the body. Okay, and that is how we have seen about transportation in the animals. Now coming to regarding the second type of the living organisms, multicellular organisms, regarding the plants. So how the materials are transported within the plant body. So what type of system is developed in the plants? So already we know that they are multicellular. A special type of the transport system is developed which consists of two type of complex materials, that is xylem and phloem. So in 9th class we have studied about plant tissues. So there we have studied different type of the plant tissues. So simple type of tissues and complex tissues. One type of complex tissue which is present in the plants is the xylem and phloem, and these are also called as the vascular bundles. We call them as vascular bundles. So what is the function of these particular two types of vascular bundles here? So xylem and phloem. So these are the called as the complex cells, complex tissues, because they are made up of more than one type of cells. Okay, xylem made up of 4 to 5 types of cells, phloem also made up of 4 to 5 types of the cells. So what is the particular function, specific function? So if you see regarding the xylem, so it helps in conduction of the water. So whenever we water the plants, so the water dissolves many of the soil particles. Along with the water, minerals also are taken into the plant body. Then who is responsible to take the minerals and water to all the parts of the plant? So it is one type of the complex conducting tissue called as the xylem. Okay, so transportation of the water in the plants is because of the xylem. Next, coming to the solid food transport. So who is responsible to supply the food from the point of manufacturing to the different points of consumption? So it is the phloem. So phloem is a complex tissue which transports the food prepared during the photosynthesis from the leaves to different parts of the body. So like this, so transportation of the food is carried out or done by because of the presence of the phloem, second type of the complex tissue. So xylem, phloem, both are useful as a transport system in the plant body. Together they are called as the vascular bundles. Okay, now let us study in detail about this. So activity number 5, absorbing root hairs. So what is the main function of the root hairs in the plant body? So the root hairs are not only helping in fixing the plant strongly into the ground, into the soil, but also they help in absorbing the water. So whenever we water the plants, the particles, the minerals present in the soil, so get dissolved in the water, and that type of the water and minerals are taken up into the plant body. So that can be explained by this diagram. So LS, longitudinal section of the root, showing relationship between the root hair and soil water. So in the given diagram you can see the different type of the things here. So before we start with, so how to develop the root hairs. So in our earlier classes, in second unit in respiration we have seen what is that, how to develop the germinating seeds, sprouts, developing of the sprouts. So take some handful of the mustard seeds and bajra seeds, okay, soak it into the water for one complete night. The other day remove the water, okay, put it into a cloth, right, and tightly fix it with a rubber band. Then after 2 days you can see that there are small white color thread-like structures developing, and those thread-like structures are nothing but the root hairs. Okay, take a small piece of the root hair, put it between the two slides and squash it. Then you can observe the root hair under the microscope. There are small microscopic openings present, and those microscopic openings are responsible for the intake of the water into the root hair. Okay, so let us see about how the water present between the soil particles is absorbed by the root hair. Okay, here we have got the root hair, this one, okay, developing from the epidermal cells of the roots, epidermal cells, okay, of the plant, right? So let us start with. So when you observe the longitudinal section of the root under the microscope, so you can see the different type of the cells here arranged. So the very first, so you can see here, so this is the root hair, okay. So the root hair developed from the epidermal cells. The first layer of the cells here we call it as the epidermal cells. Next to it we have got two sets of two rows of cells are present here, which are called as the cells of cortex. Cells of cortex. Finally, after that, inner to the inner side. So innermost side we have got one long tube-like structure which is called as the xylem vessel. Okay, right. Now let us start with. So before we start with this one, we need to understand two different type of the words. So one is called as osmosis, other one is called as diffusion. So in 9th class you have studied about what do you mean by osmosis and what do you mean by diffusion. So what is osmosis? Movement of the molecules. Okay, movement of molecules from low concentration. Okay, low concentration to high concentration is called as osmosis. Okay, the movement of the molecules from low concentration region to high concentration region is called as osmosis. Quite opposite to that we have got diffusion. Movement of molecules from high concentration, okay, from high concentration area to a low concentration area is called as a diffusion. Right? Now forget about this particular diffusion. Now here we are much bothered about this particular concept called as osmosis, because here every particular cell present in the living organism, that can be a plant or an animal, okay, it works as an osmotic system. Okay, based on this principle only the entry of the water from the ground into the root hair takes place. From there it moves into the epidermal cells, next into the cortical cells, next into the xylem vessel. Okay, so with this concept now let us try to understand how the water is entering into the root hair. So already we have put there are minute openings called as the microscopic openings, so which are responsible to absorb the water. Right, in the picture if you can see here, so all these here particles are nothing but the soil particles, and between the soil particles we can see there are small minute spaces left over, okay, between the soil particles. So air filled between the soil particles, that is called as the soil air. Okay, and here you can see air spaces are present here filled with air, right? And next we have got the water present between the soil particles, which is called as the soil water. And in every cell of the root hair, so we have got one most important dynamic structure which is called as the nucleus. Okay, so here we have got the cell wall of the root hair. So number of cells will be present here. We will enlarge the figure and draw it how the water movement takes place. Okay, now between the soil particles we have got the water available, which is called soil water. This is most important now. Right, now whenever the roots are developed from the epidermal cells of the plant, so they extend, they grow towards the region where water is present. Okay, this type of the movement is called as hydrotrophism. 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 Hydrotrophism is movement towards the or growth towards the water is called as hydrotrophism. So roots are seen growing more in that region where water is present between the soil particles. Okay, now let us try to understand this concept. Suppose let us enlarge this figure here. This is the root hair what we have done. Right, now in the root hair, with this concept now apply this particular principle in the absorption of the water by the root hair. So here we have got number of cells. Let us give the numbering to the cells also. So this is a root hair made up of number of cells. Right, so cell number 1, cell number 2, cell number 3, 4, 5 and 6, so on like this. 7 like this. Okay, now already what I have heard that in the cell, in every cell, whether it can be a plant cell or an animal cell, so we have got two things most commonly available. One is called as the cytoplasm, okay, and one more it is called as the cell membrane. Here the cell membrane is most important for absorbing the nutrients. So supply of the nutrient, that can be the food materials or it can be the movement of the water. It's all done by the semi-permeable membrane, which is called as the cell membrane. Okay, the liquid present inside the cell is called cytoplasm. This also can be called as a cell sap. We can call it as a cell sap. Okay, so here we have written, so cell sap, liquid present inside the cells is called as the cell sap. Now let us see. Suppose like if the water present here is absorbed by the cell, first cell here. Okay, so this is the cell, first cell is absorbing the water now here. Now in every cell we have got some liquid called as the cytoplasm. So this is one type of the solution. It contains different type of the nutrients in it. Minerals are dissolved in it. So it is a solution, not just water. Of course, water is the the chief component, major component present here, right? Now the water which is available between the soil particles is not just only purely water, it is also one type of solution. It is also one type of solution. So this particular soil water, okay, so it is not only containing water, along with it some minerals naturally available in the soil are dissolved. So that is why this soil water can be called as one type of solution, and the cytoplasm is considered as one more type of solution. Now we see the concentration levels here. Okay, so since water is present more in the ground level between the soil particles, so it is called as the dilute solution. It is called dilute solution. Then what about the cytoplasm present in the cell? So the cells are small, so they contain highly concentrated cytoplasm. So this is called high concentrated solution. High concentrated. So this is called dilute solution. The soil water and the cytoplasm is called as the high concentrated solution. Now with this, let us try to move forward. So apply the principle. This is osmosis. What is osmosis? Movement of the particles from low concentration to high concentration is called as osmosis. So here what is happening now? The soil water, which is a dilute solution, now starts moving into the first cell. Now in the first cell, the cytoplasm which is present, okay, so already it is at a high level. It is at a high level, high concentration. The water which is now entering into the first cell is a dilute state. So this is called as the low concentration level. Okay. Now when more and more water is added into the cytoplasm, slowly the high concentration also gets converted into low concentration. Okay. Now if you see the concentration of the first cell compared with that of the second one, it is low. So first is low. Now second cell concentration is high. Okay. Again from the first cell, the movement of the particles takes place into the second. Now the second, which is at a high concentration, converts into low. So like this, from second to third, from third to fourth, fourth to fifth, fifth to sixth, so on like this. Now the water starts entering. So here you can see. So water starts entering into the root here, finally enters into this particular region. What is this region? This is the region where we have got number of cells which are called as epidermal cells. First row of the cells called as epidermal cells. From epidermal cells, slowly what happens? Water momentum takes place into the next layer of the cells. Okay, we have shown the arrow marks here. So movement of the water from this epidermal cells into the next cells. What are these next cells? There are two rows of the cells which are called as cortex cells, or cells of cortex, or cortical cells also we can call them as. So like this, so from first epidermal cells into the cortical cells, and then finally into this particular long tube-like structure which is called as the xylem vessel. Water finally enters into the xylem vessel. So as there is continuous movement of the water, there is a pull which is developed, and there is a pressure which is developed which is called as the root pressure. Okay, there is a strong attraction between the hydrogen molecules. Continuous flow of the water takes place. Okay, from the epidermal cells into the cortical cells, then into the xylem vessel. Now here xylem vessel. So because of the root pressure developing, slowly helps in conducting the water to the upper parts of the plant body. So root pressure here in the plants. So in plants like herbs and shrubs. So small growing plants which are called as herbs and shrubs. Right. So who is responsible for the upward movement of the water? So it is the root pressure. But if you take the tall growing trees which are more than 180 meters, okay, so here not only root pressure but also one more phenomenon that is called as transpiration. So transpiration is responsible for the upward movement of the water in the tall growing trees like eucalyptus, okay, ashoka, etc. Right. So let us see what do you mean by root pressure.